Okay, instead of just reacting emotionally to the recent backlash about the Rush ticket prices, I decided to do some digging and compare the prices being charged for the Rush Reunion 2026 tour with the Scorpions. Now, I know this isn't an exact comparison, but they're both legacy bands and they both are touring in 2026. Comparing the ticket prices directly, let's see if we can find any insights into whether or not Rush is really ripping off their fans. So let's walk through it here. So first of all, this isn't about trashing Rush. I'm a huge Rush fan. I've been a huge Rush fan for decades, but if you look around, there is a lot of backlash going on right now based on the idea that fans are being priced out of seats on the reunion tour. You can see the results of a poll I put up right here on the screen. And so fans are feeling as though they have been priced out. And then there's another issue, which is authenticity, because of course Neil Peart isn't going to be appearing with the band. They have a new drummer. So we're going to look at ticket prices, VIP prices, and the lineups and see whether or not this cash grab feeling is just an aura or a real thing that's going on with Rush right now. So for the Rush 50-something reunion tour, we have the following lineup: Geddy Lee, Alex Lifeson, and Annika Niles. But there are very likely going to be additional touring musicians. There might be an additional guitar player, there may be a keyboard player, and this is almost certain to happen. So what this means is the lineup is respectful and it's built around honoring Neil Peart, but it is not Rush as we know it. Now, let's go into what the typical Rush ticket prices are. For the cheapest seats you can get, you're going to pay about $125 to $200. For decent seats, it's $200, $400. For VIP or premium seats, you could get up to $2,500, and for front row VIP experience, it's over $2,000. So if you look at the LA Forum, it's $125 just to get in. Chicago, it's $200 just to get in. And VIP packages at Madison Square Garden are often over $2,000. So if you are cash strapped and you're just a working person and you're a huge Rush fan like me, you are definitely priced out here just going to see the show. So now let's take a look at the Scorpions. They're a legacy band, similar generation, they have a massive catalog, they're still touring in big stages, and their seats are much cheaper than Rush overall, especially when it comes to the standard tickets and the VIP tickets. You can spend extra money if you want a huge premium package, but it's still not going to be as much as you would pay for Rush. So when you compare the prices directly, what you get is it costs a lot just to be in the same building with Rush, but Scorpions feels like you can come to the show and get a lower tier entry point, but there's VIP if you want it. And I think that's where the framing gets a bit tricky. So is Rush really ripping off their fans? Here's my honest take. I think fans feel like they're being ripped off. There's no denying that. You can just look at the comment section and the poll that I put up and see that there are many fans who are being priced out here and are not happy about it, especially since this is being framed as the last chance to see Rush and also as a huge celebration about Neil. But I don't think Rush is that cynical. If you look at the images sliding by here, you'll see that I've put in some ticket prices from other bands, especially bands like the Eagles or Dead & Company, playing at the Las Vegas Sphere and just charging incredible amounts of money to walk through the door. Rush is not doing this. A huge tour like they're putting on is expensive. There's massive production, there's a huge crew, there's insurance, travel, rehearsals, and re-engineering all the songs and getting from place to place. So I understand that there's profit to be made, but I also think that Rush is trying to strike a balance between cashing in, making a tribute, and being available to fans. The fact is, what they've done did not accommodate a huge bulk of their fans, but that doesn't mean that they're actively trying to rip them off. So what does this direct comparison show us? It shows us that Rush costs more, that decent seats are in the $200 to $400 range just to get talking, and if you want to be a VIP fan, you've got to be dripping in gold and diamonds. That is something that they've added on here, and it's kind of giving them the look of being in cash grab mode, whether or not they are. So this is my final thought on all of this, and I don't think I'm going to be making another video on the ticket prices here, although I will definitely follow the 2026 Rush tour. My personal feeling is that Rush isn't trying to rip off their fans, but I am totally sympathetic to people who feel priced out, who feel insulted, and who feel angry about this. And I wouldn't pay that much to see Rush, even though they're one of my favorite bands. So let me know in the comments below what you think. Do you think this is just the new reality of touring in the modern age? Do you think the prices are ridiculously inflated and represent an insult to the fan? And how do you feel about Scorpion's prices? Do you think they're also too high? Let me know in the comments below.
MusicGuru here, asking you to help us on our march to 10,000 subscribers.